Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My topic today is about the law. I'm not talking of the judiciary, I'm talking of the law. If you break the word law into three parts, LAW, that means looks, actions and words. Last time when I spoke to you, I told you that people make their first impressions within a couple of seconds after meeting you. And what exactly are they looking at? I told you 55% they are judging you visually. That means what can they see visually? And what would they see visually? They would see your looks, your actions, and maybe will get connected to words. Very important, the first 12 seconds of meeting someone, the first 12 steps of taking anywhere in a new place, and the first 12 inches from your head to down your below your face. So it's called the rule of 12. So the 12 steps, the 12 inches and the 12 seconds matter a lot. And because our body is 85% covered by clothing, the first thing people will notice is how you are dressed. So it's very important for you to know whether are you dressed for a professional wear, or are you dressed for a personal wear, are you dressed for a social wear, and in case you goof up, then there would be big problems. So let's talk about professional wear, business formal wear. I will cover the personal wear or your personal wardrobe maybe in some other session, but today I would want to cover business formal wear. In other words, it's also known as power dressing. By power dressing, we mean what are the clothing which you wear in a professional environment that shows your authority, that shows your power. And let me tell you, the clothes which you wear in a professional environment are supposed to be very dull, black and navy blue and gray and dark brown. What is the purpose? Why can't you wear some bright designs or bright colors professionally? It's because when people speak to you, their entire focus should be on communication rather than on your distractions like dress and your accessories and stuff like that. So it's very, very important that when you dress professionally, you must know how to dress up. And now when we talk about professional dressing, I would like to tell you there are a couple of terms you must actually be very aware of. Yes, over the years, professional wear has become a little more adjusting, a little more flexible because of the concept of Friday dressing. So a lot of people now in the organization allow you to wear certain dresses on specific days. And yes, pink has become the new white. So with times, a lot of power dressing has changed. But companies which are of old school of thoughts, and especially people from European countries and Oriental countries, are very, very conscious about the dress which you wear. So let's talk about the shirts first. Whenever you go to buy a shirt, the shopkeeper themselves actually don't know what actually falls into formal wear or informal wear. But even before I get to the shirts, let me tell you three terms you must actually be aware of. One is called business formal wear. The second is called smart casuals or semi-formals. And the third is casual wear. Now these are three things you would be rotating your wardrobe around it in the corporate wear. So when we talk of business formal wear, those are the clothes which you normally wear from Monday to maybe Friday. It's little crisper, it's little formal, and on that specific day when they allow you to wear what you can wear, then you get down to semi-formal or smart casuals. But out here people take this word very, 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 very casually. when they say semi-formal, if you break the word, it says semi means a little bit, formal means formal. When we say smart casuals, that means smart as well as casuals. So you cannot land up in office wearing jeans. You cannot land up in office wearing Bermudas. You cannot land up in office wearing floaters, capris. These are casual wear. So remember, you are still working. It's a working day for you. It's just that flexibility that okay, you look professional as well as you look comfortable. So that's why the concept of Friday dressing, in which you can maybe wear trousers which doesn't have a formal crease. You can wear a t-shirt, preferably with a collar, but avoid wearing t-shirts which have slogans on them. My father is an ATM type of, those will totally fall into casual wear. You can wear maybe not lacy shoes, you can wear slip-on shoe today. So you can tweak your business wear around semi-formal or smart casuals. And of course, casuals is something which you wear when you go shopping, when you go to watch movies. It could be a jean, it could be a round neck t-shirt, it could be Bermudas, it could be shorts, it could be floaters. So all that falls into casual wear. This will too come handy, especially when your office is having a picnic or they have some very casual kind of an entertainment. That's the day when you can wear it. Otherwise, you have to stick to formal wear and casual wear. So when we talk about formal shirt, remember, always has a hard collar and it always has full sleeves. Some people prefer plain, but preferably go for lighter colors. People who don't like plain can go for stripes, not horizontal stripes but vertical stripes, and avoid checks. When we talk about trousers, always remember, trousers are always dark, shirts are always lighter, and those trousers again could be striped. If the trouser is striped, your shirt should be plain, and in case you're wearing plain, then just stick to darker colors like navy blue, grey, charcoal brown, charcoal. These are some of the colors, black, which you can wear in your trousers. And see to it that your trousers are long enough to cover the first two laces of your shoe. The leather of your shoe, the color, should match your belt. So if you're wearing a black shoe, wear a black belt. If you're wearing a suit, then and you're wearing a tie with it, then remember your shirt collars have to be inside the coat. They cannot come out. And when you wear a tie, remember that your tie should not go below your belt. It should be just touching your belt. It shouldn't be too high or it shouldn't be too low. Avoid wearing white socks. Wear socks which are matching to your trousers or to your shoe. Avoid very noisy kind of jewelry, not very loud jewelry which is very visible. And for girls, you can also wear skirts, but in case you wear a long skirt, it has to be straight cut with a vent, and you're supposed to cover your legs with stockings. Wear closed-toed shoes, of course, light makeup. You can leave your hair well groomed, you can tie it up, make a high pony. Avoid wearing red nail polishes and red lipsticks to office. Stick to neutral colors as much as possible. And if you're wearing an Indian wear, pick up your saris, maybe a bordered sari, or pick up saris which have very small prints, nothing very loud. And yes, your blouses have to be either 3/4 sleeves, or it could be a half sleeve still here, but you cannot land up with cut sleeves, not for the office. Try not to. Yes, a lot of people say things are changing, yes, but we still have a long way to go. So if you just keep these little things in mind, I'm sure you will be able to impress people visually and leave a great impact with your looks. In my next class, I will be giving you some tips on your personal grooming and how can you actually enhance your looks. So till I meet you next Saturday, sayonara, take care, and may God be with you.